If you are between the age of 18 to 55, you've always wanted to go to Canada, this video that you're about to watch could be the beginning of your journey to Canada. In order for you to go to Canada under this program that I'm about to share with you now, you only need a minimum of post-secondary qualification. You also need a minimum of 12-month experience of caring for anyone. It could be a child, it could be your nephew, your nieces, your uncle, your children, as long as you have 12-month experience. If you do not have 12-month experience, which I doubt that there is anyone who is an adult who has not cared for a niece or a nephew or an uncle or an aunt, you will still be able to go to Canada under this program. This is one of the easiest pathway for you to migrate to Canada. And I will also leave a links in the description section of 3 reputable agencies that have track record for recruiting workers to come and work in Canada free of charge. Make sure you watch this video to the end, because this could be the beginning of your breakthrough and dream to Canada. The program that I'm about to discuss with you today is the Canadian Home Workers Pilot Program and the Home Care Child Pilot Program. These 2 programs were designed by the Canadian government 5 years ago to address the problems that Canadian residents were experiencing with regards to finding people to look after their loved ones, their children or aged relative. This program is the government answer to that. In order for you to access this program, all you need to do is to find an employer. That employer could be a relative, a friend, as long as they are willing to give you 30 hours work and pay you nothing less than the minimum wage in Canada, you are good to go. If you do not have a relative in Canada, that is fine. You can still contact this agency that I've told you now, and they will assist you to come and work in Canada free of charge. They make their money from the prospective employer, so they get paid if they can help prospective employer recruit you to come and work in Canada. So this program, it's been in place. The government this year recently released this year's list. They only need 5,500 people to come to Canada under this program. So make sure as soon as you finish watching this program, start working on your CV and start sending, go on this company's website, the agency that I talked about, go on their website and start looking for a way to contact them as soon as possible. If you're seeing my video for the first time, my name is Francis. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all your love and support. I do videos to teach people how to migrate to new countries without them needing to spend money on lawyers or agents. The information that we provide in our video have been rigorously researched. If you leave your comment in the comment section, I will always answer your question. We do not charge any money to provide this service. The only thing that we charge for is our one-to-one consultation, which you are not under any obligation to use. Whether you're looking to migrate to the student or skilled workers route, we will help you, guide you through your migration journey, and you will not have to pay money through any lawyer or agent. As a result, it is in your best interest to consider subscribing to this channel. We want to help as many people as possible to migrate without them needing to spend money on lawyers or agents. So make sure you turn on your notification. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Our mission is to help as many people like you to fulfill your goal. So this program, the only thing you need to move to Canada under this pathway is a job offer from either a relative or an employer. An employer doesn't have to be an institution such as foster home or a care home. It has to be a private individual's home. You could be doing the work in their home or you could be doing it in your home. As long as they can evidence that you and this private individual, you're looking after their children, you're looking after their age relative, as long as it's a legitimate arrangement, that is all you need to start the process of applying to come to Canada. You will initially come to Canada if you have 12 months experience, You'll initially come to Canada and you'll be given 1 year to 1 year work experience, and resident, you will apply for your residential permit after 1 year of living in Canada. Once you get your residential permit, there is no longer any restriction on your stay in Canada. You can leave the employer, but whilst you're there, you will be able to work in Canada and you will bring your family to Canada with you. So the supporting spouse, if it is your wife or your husband, will not have any restriction on their work permit, and your children will be able to access education, health, and other services whilst they're in Canada. So this is a very, very smooth process. It is free of charge. No legitimate agency in Canada will charge you any money to bring you to Canada because it is against Canadian law. So watch this video to the end. If you're watching on Facebook, we cannot put the link on Facebook, but if you contact me, I will send you the link of those agencies for you to make contact with them. Now, let me now show you on the Canadian government website this program and also show you the agencies that I'm talking about. Let me show you. So this is the program we have been talking about. As you can see, this is the home care provider pilot and the home support worker pilot. As you can see, this is directly from the Canadian immigration website. Now let me show you agencies that actually recruit workers to come and work directly in Canada. This agency, I want you to pay attention to this agency. This agency is called, the name of this agency is called Face Personal Service. Before we proceed, if anyone asks you to pay money to get a job, it's a scam. Don't pay money. These agencies, genuine agency, will never ask you for money. If anyone is asking you to pay money to get a job for you, just run away. Stop, because it's scam. Okay? So this agency, as you can see here, look at what it says. It says caregiver outside of Canada. This agency is dedicated to hiring carers from outside Canada to come and work in Canada. That is what they do. It is the employer that pays them for hiring you. Look at what it says here. It says, Face Personal puts everything in place to make your move to Canada a pleasant experience. We provide you with the information that you require and guide you through the process. Our goal is to match you with the skill and ability with the requirement and need of a family to ensure that a positive relationship develops between you and the employer. When you choose to apply through Face Personal as a live-in carer or live-out carer, a live-in carer is when you live in the home of the person, okay? We do not charge requirement fee to carer. See, it says, in accordance with Canadian law, we do not charge requirement fee. If anybody is asking you for money for employment, it's scammer based outside Canada or maybe based in Canada who have created a website to scam you. No genuine agency will ever charge you, okay? So what you need to do is this agency, you register with them. Once you register on their website, they will be able to look for an employer in Canada. Once they've looked at your profile, your CV, they will then, if they find an employer whose interest matches yours, they will forward your CV to the employer. If the employer finds you impressive, they will then arrange an interview for you. And if you then pass that stage of the interview, then the employer will then offer you a contract of employment. The employer will then kickstart the process of you coming to Canada under this program. By that, I mean they will give you the document and the support you need for you to come to Canada. Remember, the only thing you need to come to Canada under this program is a job offer from a Canadian resident. Once you have a job offer, you will be able to come to Canada depending on whether you come in on the gaining experience, which is the part 1. The part 1 just means that you have 12 months experience as a carer. Listen, I don't think there is any adult who doesn't have 12-month experience as a carer. If you have children, you've already get 12-month experience because you've cared for your children, therefore you've got 12 months. If you do not have children but you have cared for your nephew, your nieces, you got 12-month experience. So every adult can easily say we've got 12-month experience there. Once you then have your 12-month experience and you then have an employer, the next thing for you to do is to apply for your Canadian work permit, which allows you to come to Canada, and you apply for your resident at the same time. Once you stay with the employer for a year, that is all you need for you to apply for your Canadian permanent resident. Once you then have your Canadian permanent resident, there is no longer restriction on your stay in Canada. You can leave the employer and go and look for another job. This will just allow you to come to Canada, and you will transition to permanent resident in Canada. This is what this agency. There's another agency that I actually found this evening. These are two agencies. Don't worry, I will leave their link on the description section for you to contact them straight away. The other one I found this evening, which I really found very, very useful, is this agency. This one is nanny.canada.uk. So this is an agency that helps the recruitment of nannies in Canada. The good thing about this one is that you will register. It will ask you how much are you willing to take. In my case, because I wanted to do this program, I just registered. So he asked me for my name, my details. I just fill it on this program, and look at what he did. They've got this artificial intelligence, this AI software that actually help create my profile for me. I didn't write this. He just said, he asked me where I stay. I said, I'm in Toronto. He just, what's your name? I put my name. He just say, hello there. This is what they will send to the prospective employer. I say, hello there. My name is Francis, and I'm an experienced nanny based in Toronto. Assuming you're based in Uganda, in Kenya, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Dhaka, in Bangladesh, you just say, you put where you're both based. Then the next thing you say, I am an experienced nanny based in Accra or in Toronto, wherever you put that, where you reside. It now says, I am compassionate about, look at what it says, I am compassionate about providing exceptional care for infant and newborn, as well as nurturing and guiding primary age children. I am currently seeking full-time or part-time live-in or live-out position with a loving family. Okay, so that they just build it for me, and the next thing, if I'm interested, you just click on the next thing. That is how they will send it. Look at, you can see, this is how much. I will always advise this service. You just click on this, it will take you, if you want the service, if you want the basic one with free of charge, they help you find job, fine. If you want the premium service, they will charge you, but you don't have any obligation to pay for this service. As you can see, the free one is all sent. That is how they will help you create website. This is another website that you can also use. This website is a very, very reputable website in Canada. Let me show you. This website is called Doveit. This website, this company is based in Toronto. Again, they specialize in recruiting carers from abroad to come and work in Canada. So these three agencies, I will leave their links in the description section for you to start making contact with them as soon as possible. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you are not under any obligation. There is no charge for you to use these agency services. They get paid when they match you with an employer. It is the employer that will then pay them. So it's free of charge for you to use their service. So if you're seeing value for what you are hearing so far, make sure you consider subscribing to Launch Club Media. We want to help as many people as possible to fulfill their migration dream without them needing to spend money on lawyers or agents. Consider sharing this video with anyone that you know will benefit. In 2024, this could be your year. So make sure you share this video to anyone that you know will benefit, and consider subscribing to Launch Club Media, because we want to help as many people as possible to fulfill their migration dream. So I want to quickly summarize this program. You only need 1 year experience. You need to have evidence that you haven't left school in more than 5 years. That is very important. You need to have a minimum of 1 year post-secondary school experience, qualification in Canada. So for instance, if you have left school and you've done another course like a diploma course, you qualify. You will then need to accredit your qualification to convert it to Canadian standard. You also need only level 5 in either French or English language proficiency test for you to qualify for this program. At the same time, and this program, there is no age limit for you to access this program. As I said before, there are 5,500 people that are needed on this program. So you need to make sure that as soon as you watch this video, you start putting your resume or CV together, and you go on this website and you start looking for a job as soon as possible. The only thing you need for you to move to Canada on this program is a job offer from a resident in Canada. It doesn't have to be an embassy. It doesn't have to be a foster carer. It doesn't have to be an institution. As long as it's a private home, it could be your relative, it could be your friend. As long as anyone that lives in Canada, you're coming to Canada to look after their children, or you're coming to Canada to look after an aged relative, or someone wants to bring you to Canada to come and help them look after a child with disability, anything like that. Whether you could be living in a person's house or you could be living outside a person's house, as long as you have a contract of employment that says that you will be doing a minimum of 30 hours and they will pay you nothing less than minimum wage in Canada, you are good to go. Make sure you share this video to anyone that you know you benefit. Consider subscribing to Launch Club Media. We want to help as many people as possible to fulfill their migration dream. If you're watching this video on Facebook, email me. I will share the link to this agency's website to you. I cannot leave them on Facebook due to Facebook policy. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. May God bless you. May God let your dream come true. I'll see you when I release my next video. Thank you.